Hello, and to yet another interesting day. We have a wonderful speaker, Sister Devi from New Zealand. Sister Devi has previously worked as a documentation officer professionally and has been practicing Raj Yoga meditation for the past 20 years. She has experience and has been running a free meditation learning center in Papakura for the last 10 years. And a retreat center and enlightening people is her passion. And the title of the story that she would be sharing with us today is Memorable Miracles. The story is about Devi's journey when she was living alone and working professionally and also volunteering in spiritual service. During when her communication with the divine became so close that she didn't feel lonely. In fact, she experienced guidance and to him in meditation. So sounds very interesting. So without any further ado, a very hearty welcome, Sister Devi, and we would like to hear your story, the memorable miracle that happened in your life. So over to you to share your story.
Thank you so much. Yes, hi to everyone. And actually, I'm from Singapore, and I got a job in New Zealand. And so the past 12 to 13 years, I'm here. And I was also running a center there. And when I came here, I was running a meditation center in south of Auckland, which is called Papakura. And it's a beautiful journey and lots of insights. But before this meditation, I was like traveling all over the world, and I used to do lots of adventure and used to really sit and contemplate many times that won't there be a world where there's only just happiness and no sorrow? And I thought it is impossible. So but when I was going through this searching for happiness, I used to travel at least twice a year during the holidays overseas, and I have done this scuba diving and skydive, etc. And yes, after we do everything, we come back, then the normal mundane work, and then again, happiness gone. And so when I went into this insights and realization and deep meditation, then I found out really when you dive within yourself, within you inside, that is full treasure. And the treasure is of not just happiness, but also peace, love, etc. And so it's a beautiful journey. And while I was in New Zealand working in Wellington, then I switched my job to Auckland. The reason because of too windy and it was affecting my eczema. And when I was in Auckland, I was working as part-time instead of full-time, the job which earlier mentioned, a documentation officer. Then as the meditation session were many, so I started cutting down and completely dedicating for serving. That was my compassion to enlighten others as well. But during this journey, at one point of time, I was left alone, and financially also I was really a bit down and need to really do something about it. And so when I sat in silence, deep silence, then I got a call from the divine, and I decided to drive Uber. So I don't know much about the New Zealand driving, etc. So I just used to go minimal driving. But since I got that insight, so I thought, okay, why don't I do it? And that's the only one where I can just off and on whenever I want, so that I can still do my passionate job, which is enlightening myself and others. So in this journey, I had many beautiful guidance and really a beautiful miracles as well. So I would like to share 3 stories, a little story. So one of it is when I was driving, I used to get like, I'm not used to driving and getting passengers and how to talk to them, because it was quite some time I was not doing any outside job. And so I used to every time meditate, and then the first drive before I went, I just sat on the car and I said, hey, this car doesn't belong to me. And whoever the passengers who are coming, they are actually not mine, but it's a sparkling angels. And whoever going to come and sit in the car, I'm just going to have this true feeling like how I want to be like an angel. I want everyone, because everyone's innate quality is innocent being. And so I created this thought, which was the truth. And also I spoke to myself and I said, I'm not going to drive this car. Because when I was doing this scuba diving, we all know that without buddy system, we can't go for diving. And so buddy is very much essential when you go down to dive, so that one can help the other. And so likewise, I said, he's my buddy and he's going to do everything. And I'm just going to be an instrument and just going to listen to him and do the rest. And it was a beautiful moment. So a few times I drove, it was very beautiful. And slowly the challenges came, but we all know that driving Uber, there's ratings, etc. And so then I one day was sitting in meditation and I had the thought, okay, why don't I prepare some blessing cards and just some dry fruits and nuts? And so whoever come, any customer, I can just pass them that. And in that way, the beautiful feeling was that I didn't feel like alone, but I felt that whoever comes into the car, they will ask me, what are you doing? Is it safe? Because I used to go for Friday and Saturday night drive, because that's the time you can get extra money. And so they always will ask, is it safe? Is it safe to drive? And some of your women, etc. And so I had this experience that the safety is not outside, the safety is within me. And so I naturally used to tell them that this is how I invoke everybody to the car, and they will get mesmerized. And they used to say, really, am I an angel? I said, yes, of course. We all are truly having the true love and happiness, etc. And yes, I do guide them with some tips. And some of them who were my customer also have taken the meditation session. So this is one of the things I slowly was able to move along very easily. But one day, sometimes, you get ride in the night, and it'll be, New Zealand is a very big place, and sometimes they stay in a very remote areas. And so sometimes I drive them, and then by the time I drop them, it's in a steep area, and then I was not able to come out. And I just again surrendered to my buddy, and I said, it is your car, and you need to take care. And I've already dropped safely that angel, and so you have to take care of this angel. And it was, I even had goosebumps, because the car just moved, and I was able to come out. And then the next thing what happened was the GPS was not working, because it was really in a mountain area. And then again, I told him, so you have to guide me. And then I just used to go without any thinking, and I'll reach the city. And another miraculous thing happened was, a beautiful one was, when one day I was driving in a daylight, very sunny day, I had a ride, and I was about to turn left to because the GPS showed that that is the place. But as soon as I turned left, the sun was really glaring, and it hit the rearview mirror, and so I couldn't see anything, and I went blind. And so I just stopped the car, and I didn't realize I just stopped in the middle of the street. And suddenly a brother came behind, is a Maori guy, and he was really very angry, and he horned, and then he went right in front. He didn't leave, and he stopped the car and started coming behind towards me. And for that moment, I realized, of course, I pulled over in the side by the time. And so I locked the door, car door, but I wind down the window. And before even he reached to me, I said, yeah, it is my mistake. And so as a consciousness of a being, I just apologized to him because I could understand that it is my mistake. And by the time he came near to me, I just put my hand together and I say, I'm so sorry. It is my mistake. And I shouldn't have done that, but the sun was glaring so much. I shouldn't give that as an excuse, but I'm really very sorry. And I just put the hand together, and it was such a memorable experience. He too put his hand together and he said, it's okay. And not only that, he said, I have children in the car, and that is why. And I said, yeah, I will never, ever make this mistake. Now I know, and I will make sure that I will park the car instantly towards the left so that it doesn't affect like this. And his hand didn't go down at all. And with this hand together, he said, okay, you take care, all right? And then he moved out. So these kind of beautiful experiences, it's really very nice. And another time I had a ride very far away towards the north, and I was staying in the south. And I used to have some meditation sessions. And so when I used to go, there is a possibility when I'm coming back, I can offline so that I can come back for the session. But what happened was it was quite far, and I really do not want to take the next ride. But before I drop out that person, I received another call, and so I took it, and then I just surrendered to him, and I said, I have a meditation session. I don't know what you're going to do. It is your responsibility. And when I dropped him and I took the ride, and I saw, I had goosebumps. You know what? I got a ride all the way to the south. And it was so amazing. And I dropped that person and I reached the meditation center 5 minutes before my session. So these are all such a memorable miracles I used to have when I really be in the state of my true self and connect to the divine.
Oh, very, very beautiful. I I can relate to the driving experiences a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm sure many do, like when maybe say new drivers, so
Yeah.
they do get a lot of such experiences.
Mm.
Some good ones, some not so good, but yeah, the ones that you have shared, it's there was a reason why you took up that profession.
Yeah.
And whilst doing that, also, you were experimenting with seeing how things change if you are in the right consciousness and awareness. And so many practical proofs of that, which you beautifully shared. Just a question, if I can ask. Would you
Yes.
call this as faith in something like, as you said, divine, but also like the outcome that whatever is going to happen is going to be okay or the best for me?
Yes. Yes.
What would you like to
Yeah,
comment on that?
my experience is definitely I always believe in law of attraction. So as what you think about others or myself, that's what I will be. And so the more I have the consciousness that I want to be a better person, so seeing everyone as a better person, as well as that because when we see in that way, we can even realize our own mistake when we make. Otherwise, that arrogance comes that, oh, it is not my fault anyway, the sun. We will keep blaming others, isn't it? And so that conviction of the reality of who am I, and so everyone are. And so that faith of I'm a pure, an innocent being, and everyone are innocent being. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Also, sometimes, when I go for the ride, I used to give them blessing. They used to go to pub and they used to come drunk and all. But when I still give them the blessing and have the consciousness that they are innocent being, and so they will read the blessing, and you won't believe they will be in tears, and I will ask them, why are you crying? And then they will say, no, I was like this before, but I'm not now. Then I'll tell them, no, it is not true. You are still the same. It's just that you have forgotten it. So the more you remember it, you're going to be the same. And they will be so happy. And sometimes they will even ask me, can I give you a hug? And they will thank a lot. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Like, it's uh, touching someone to the core, whatever they may be doing. But then when it's a kindness of a very different kind,
Yeah.
which,
And you
which is
feel
not common.
loneliness. You don't feel alone because it's like very beautiful journey I had, it's meeting each one every day and seeing everyone's speciality. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And were there any different experiences? Like most of them might have been good. In any
Yeah.
situation where
Yes,
some
that's what I wanted to share with you.
people,
Very good
okay, yeah.
question. Because many of them told me, no, this is not a good job. And, mostly people will come with a drunkard, and they will spoil your car, and it's quite dangerous and everything. But you know what? For the 3 years I was driving, I had not even a single dirt in the car. Nothing happened. Even when they come drunk, sometimes they come as friends. And because I just said it is not mine, and I don't have this consciousness of it's mine, etc. And so what happens is sometimes when I'm driving, because I don't even think about anything, because if you think anything, that's what is going to happen. And so I just be like just like an instrument, and then just keep driving. And they will just tell me at one point, can you stop here for a while? Then I stop, and then the other friend will bring this friend out, and he will throw out, and then he will come back inside. So like this, many experiences I had. Many customers used to ask me to. I said, not even a single problem I had, and they will really be surprised. And I told them, because when my thoughts are really good, nothing happens. Not only for myself, but anything, even the passengers who come also, nothing happens to them. Yeah.
It is such a beautiful proof of, how your thoughts manifest. Uh,
Yes.
uh, we may not know how powerful our thoughts are, but I think this is such a practical proof of that,
Yes.
as you said, you did not have a single thought about something happening to the car or what kind of people uh, would get in. And because of that, 3 years is a very long time,
Yeah.
and not a single incident is, remarkable.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
mine does sometimes create the thoughts, but instantly I need to check and change it. So then it becomes okay. Yeah, we don't give room for it to like keep on going into the wrong direction. Yeah,
And do you think meditation helps or has helped
definitely.
you in doing that?
Meditation, yes, only when you have that inner realization and you go into the depth of silence, you can really see actually how things can happen so beautifully. And there won't be any, even though there's any friction, you're able to catch it, and then you're able to change it, and then it becomes like a learning experience at every moment. Yeah.
And maybe the last question, not everyone meditates, or some maybe beginners.
Mm.
What would you advise based on experience of meditating for so many years? How can they start, and how can they develop that practice, and how can they maybe reach that stage where the thoughts are really positive and elevated most of the time, and they're able to switch back to being so positive about everything?
Yeah. Basically, the 7 day sessions on this meditation course really helped me a lot, because before that I was like like a very different person before this meditation. And so I used to sit in a disciplined way and meditate, but I I couldn't find any result, and I do not even know whether I'm doing it in the right way. But when they took the session about the mind and the intellect and the subconscious mind, that really helped me to understand that if I'm happy, that's what I'm going to receive. And if I'm going to take sorrow, even the sorrow, if I can change it instantly, then that is not going to be in the memory bank, which is the subconscious mind. And that really attracted me a lot, because if I portray, or if I absorb this feeling of anger or greed or whatever attachment into the subconscious mind, then who can remove it? It's me who has to remove it, after all, isn't it? So why is it that I have to dump that in, and then again I have to make an effort to remove it? And that concept I really liked. And so every day when I before I go to sleep and once I wake up, I will say to myself, no matter what, I will never ever let go of my happiness. I love this statement a lot. Yes.
But that's a very beautiful
Yeah.
statement to practice, that,
Yes.
whatever happens, I will not let go of my happiness. It feels like I am in control of my happiness. So I can
Yes.
choose to be happy and won't let anything else affect it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a beautiful practice. Thank you
Thank
for sharing that.
you so much.
And now, if I may request, as we have been speaking about meditation, uh, if you would be happy to lead our viewers into a meditation experience by speaking a commentary for a few minutes. Thank you.
Let's draw our attention to the center of our forehead, visualizing a sparkling point of light. I am a peaceful being residing in this human costume at the center of my forehead. Returning to our original state of goodness. Let's hold this thought for a moment to experience the peace which is within me. I am a peaceful being. Let's go deeper within and observe ourselves. At this moment, what thoughts are coming in my mind? Is there anything that is bothering me? Is there any situation that I'm facing in my life? I gather these thoughts and emotions and place them in front of the divine, the highest source of spiritual power, and one and only supreme being, parent of all beings, who removes all sorrow. I visualize him being in front of me. The rays coming from the divine light are very comforting. I am mesmerized in the light of the divine. I place all the thoughts that are in my mind. I share my heart with him. Take a moment to share our thoughts. able to regain all of positive qualities. And I could experience the state of my goodness. I feel is me.
Thank you very much, Devi, for sharing your beautiful miracles with us today, and also inspiring all of us to, practice that if we are not practicing, and if we do, then continuing on that journey, because what we see is very beautiful. What we experience is nothing less than a miracle. So
Yeah.
thank you for inspiring
Very
us today.
much. Thanks to everyone, actually. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And I would also like to thank our viewers for joining. And if you would like to know more about us, please do visit our website, www.brahmakumaris.org.au. All the addresses of the meditation centers, all the programs that are offered is available on the website. So please do book in, or you are welcome to visit our center as well. So thank you once again. And we will be back with another interesting story in the next episode. So take care and experiment with different miracles in your life. Thank you very much. Take care.